Welcome back to another episode of Extreme. My name is Zach.
My name is Joey.
And this is a podcast where we dig deep on your favorite video games.
That's right. Today we're doing...
And what's that? What's that beautiful silence?
You're right. It's so nice and silent.
We don't have our village idiot here. No, I'm just kidding. Adam cannot join us today because he's off on vacation. So it's just back to the two of us.
Classic Extreme.
Classic Extreme. Speaking of classic, we are in such a rush because we're recording this late because our schedules are so packed.
So packed. It's summer and it's like work and stuff.
Social obligations and work obligations are a bitch, but you gotta do it.
All right, yeah. Okay.
Speaking of gotta do it, let's go to the media tower.
All right.
I think do I need to be like care more about the segues? I feel like I should care more about the segues.
No, that's what we have Paul for.
Oh, right. So, Paul, can you make that segue like a lot better and less shitty? Thanks, Paul.
All right. Assuming that was a segue.
I am putting deep faith in the assumption that we have segued now.
Yeah.
So, it starts off with a bit of a text crawl because this game loves its exposition.
Oh my god, so much text.
I didn't get to read it all. It was too fast, but something about like minaret stands guard over the tower and they're the angel of light or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some sort of angel of light.
That goes too fast for anyone to read.
I know, and then it like continues while you're trying to play the game. And it's like, no.
Yeah, there's no way I was paying attention to what was being said during the mission. I was more paying attention to the game stuff.
Yes.
So if you could drop in any hints of what the story is that they're talking about in the background, let me know.
It's more like banter, which is like even like more unnecessary, you know? Like, why are you blocking the screen for banter?
The whole third of the screen is just made up for banter.
Yeah.
It's good use of real estate.
Yeah.
Either way, the big mechanic during this particular stage is what they call the linear catapult.
All right.
It basically just jets you up very quickly, and yeah, that's about it.
I wrote down light jumps.
Light jumps is also appropriate because when I hear linear catapult, it makes me think of something completely different.
Yeah,
like
there's no light in there.
No, and also catapults, by definition, don't shoot linearly.
That's true. Catapults are like balance based.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
I don't know, man. The future's weird. Maybe they just forgot what catapults are like.
Could be.
Either way, for the most part, this mechanic initially is just a way for them to move you up the screen, and they don't really do anything with it until about halfway into the stage.
Right.
They really...
It's a good conveyance, I guess.
Exactly. So they started off slow by just having you understand what it does, and then as you move through the stage, it ups the ante a little by little, giving you more challenge, like you need to dodge some of the lights, catapults, so that you don't get flung into a trap, or you need to maneuver to specific areas while you're in the air to catch another catapult. So I think it's a good use of conveyance. The only thing that I think maybe would have made it a little cooler is if they threw like some more enemies into the mix while you're on the catapults.
Yeah, it's true. It was kind of just like not hard. It's like you jump into it and then that's all you do.
Yeah, it's a lot of like movement based. That's about it.
Yeah, but it's like there's barely even any movement either because it basically catapults you to where you need to go.
Yeah, and you don't have a lot of like air dashing options.
Yeah,
it's for movement, so you really are restricted to like the cone pattern of where you can fall.
Yeah, exactly.
So it leaves a lot to be desired in terms of maneuverability, but either way, it's a good execution of a concept.
Yeah, it's still a good effect.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good effect, but it could have been done better, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
Something that I wanted to call out is just a new enemy that's kind of throughout this entire stage. I don't know the name of it, so I'm calling it what I think it is. The NAGA Sentinel. No,
Okay.
The only reason that I'm calling it that, and I know that's a weird thing to call something if you have no idea what the name is. But bear with me. We previously got an upgrade called the NAGA pistol, or the NAGA shot.
And it shoots out those shots.
Exactly. So it shoots out a shot in a direction, and once it hits a marker, it can shoot up or down from that marker.
Right.
So that's basically what this enemy does.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it looks like a sentinel. I'll agree with that.
It's a very literal interpretation. I have no creativity backing that decision.
But it sounds great.
I mean, if I look it up and that's the actual name, I'm gonna be fucking flabbergasted.
I'd be so proud.
Aw, thanks, buddy. I wouldn't, but thank you. Otherwise, the stage is pretty. It's not much to talk about.
Yeah, that's like basically it. It's all I wrote down. All I wrote down was light jumps and light jumps conveyance.
That's basically what I wrote. There's not much else to the stage. It's really that's the one thing that they did. It's like they put in a light jump into the media tower and that's it. Yeah. By the by, do you think those light catapults are like there when it's like operating as a media tower? Like when employees have to go to work?
Right, that's just how they like commute.
Yeah, they just like jump into the catapult to get to their office floor.
Could be.
It's like you're gonna need to sign some crazy ass forms to work at this company. It's like, well, first day on the job, please make sure you sign this waiver saying that if you fall off the light catapult, it's absolutely your fault. Oh my god, I would never work for this company.
No.
But either way, we get to the boss, and name is Joda. Joda. Giving off a bit of a Boy Scout vibe with like that old knight shit where it's like, I'm doing the right thing, you are the bad guy.
Right.
Like, you are a terrorist, go away.
I feel like all of the enemy, like bad guys are saying that in this game.
Yeah, they're all really weirdly brainwashed, from what I can tell. Either that or, they're like, this is a cult situation, and Gunvolt is really talking about social issues of our time.
Who knows?
I mean, it was 2014 when it came out. I don't know, was there any big cults that came out?
2014, that was so long ago.
I know, it was a whole 5 years ago. Time flies.
Damn it, I'm old.
But you know what also flies? This boss.
True.
How's that for a segue?
Oh yeah, you're back.
Oh man, it just needed a warm-up. So I gotta give it to the designers for the look of not just this boss, but of so far all the bosses. They're designed very interestingly, and in a good way. It makes them especially very visually appealing.
Yeah. They're all like humanoid, so the fact that they are all interesting is like impressive.
Exactly. You'd think that it'd get boring looking at something that's a humanoid because we look at that stuff all the time. But I mean, the jagged edges and the like chrome coloring and all that stuff that makes it really pop out from the background is impressive. I like it.
Yeah.
But in the fight itself, it's broken up into about 3 different phases. So we have phase 1, where he uses those 5 prongs that are attached to his back to create a laser trap or a drill trap. Lots of traps.
Drill laser trap.
Lot of traps. He's
Laser
a very
drill.
trappy boy. He's got his Boy Scout badge and traps.
He would.
I mean, right? He was training a while to make sure he trapped that Gunvolt, but apparently not hard enough because he had to move on to his second phase, where I don't even quite know what to call this. He phases into existence like a few times.
Right.
Like, I don't know if his consciousness split off into like 20 separate consciousnesses and they're all recombining at that point to fire this laser.
Yeah, he has to do that in order to fire the laser.
Yeah, okay, so hot tip. Remember, when you're firing your giant death laser, split yourself into no more and no less than 20 versions of yourself before you fire that thing.
Pro tip.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pro tip for life when we start becoming, all robot-y and people put cybernetics in their bods and all that. Not far off from laser arms. So, you know what? This podcast become relevant again in like 10 years.
Ooh, good call. We should re-release it in 10 years.
Oh yeah, we'll do what Hollywood does and we'll remaster all of our old stuff so that we don't actually have to think of fun new ideas.
Right.
I mean, if they can do it and get away with it, why can't we?
Yeah. And we'll make money.
Oh, well.
Finally.
I mean, that's a bit of a pipe dream, but we'll do our best. And then it moves on to phase 3, which I didn't really get a chance to read the whole thing. Also because part of it is cut off. The name is kind of cut off from the graphics. I think there's priority where the dialogue overlaps the splash screen of the special attack. Yeah. So I can't see the full name, but I think it was called Phosphoramadama.
Yeah, if the first letter is a P, it would be Phosphoramadama.
Yeah, something like that. I'll look it up later. But all he does is he swings his big sword and cuts the screen in half and then rams into you.
It looks cool.
It looks very cool. I gotta say, all the special attacks so far have been very flashy.
Yeah.
Very fun to look at, but I really wish he followed it up with something that wasn't a standard 2D action platforming trope.
Yeah.
Just what's he gonna do? He used this giant sword to restrict your field of movement, and now he's just gonna ram into you.
Another ram.
Oh God. We gotta seriously get a tally of how many times we've said the word and then they ram into you.
Oh man, that'd be epic.
Oh my God, there's gotta be a super cut of me and you just saying and then they ram into each other or then they ram into them.
And then they ram into you. And then it rams into you.
And there's a note on the back. Nobody's gonna get that except us.
Nope.
But then we beat the boss. Hooray! Yeah. He's dead. Bye, Joda. You were a big dick. But then we finish the stage, and then they remind us that challenges exist. Okay. Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
Cool. All right. And then that's it. Then we're back at the stage select.
Yeah. All right.
And we take a quick break so that Zach can drink some water.
All right. Segue.
I think that's standard for every copy of the game. Literally every time somebody pauses or goes back to the select screen in Gunvolt, I get a ping on my phone that says, "Go drink some water."
Anytime anyone ever is playing.
Anytime ever.
Yeah,
that's why I drink so much water. I drink liters of water in a day.
Can't you just scroll down and unsubscribe to that or something?
No, it was embedded into my brain from birth.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I
One
don't
of those.
see. I don't know if it's like an app that's embedded, or like maybe it's the fact that I need to live. I want to think it's the former.
Yeah. Maybe you can get like some new software in your brain.
What if I got like a computer that like I had like up my butt that could be reprogrammed?
Yes.
Paul, I think you need to save us and do like a transition. Welcome back.
Hey.
I know it feels like we're rushing, or maybe that's just me, but to be fair, it's because we are.
Yeah. Maybe it's not even like apparent to the listener.
That's true. We've already been talking for, well, my clock says 16 minutes, but with all Paul's fun edits, it's probably up to like 16 and a half minutes.
Yeah. And they don't even know that we just like took a 30-second break and now we're back.
Yeah, that's true. We're really parting the kimono here.
Yeah.
I don't like that phrase. It sounds dirty. What's a better way we could... What's a better phrase we can use? Behind the scenes?
Dropping the kilt.
Okay, let's do dropping the kilt. So, as we readjust our kilt, let's talk about the biochemical plant.
Yeah, alright.
Apparently, again, very fast text in the beginning, but from what I caught, there's a conflagration with the Viper, who apparently is a very angry dude.
Yeah, so the last level was like light themed. This one seems to be fire themed.
Yeah, I'm noticing a pattern here.
Mm-hmm.
Very Mega Man,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the name of the game in this stage is Destructible Boxes.
Yep. More conveyance here that we'll get into.
Mm-hmm. There's, the real thing is just they have boxes you need to destroy to move on. There are destructible boxes, fuel tank boxes that explode. Really just a lot of boxes.
Just boxes of different sorts. Just boxes here, boxes there.
But again, a lot of the things, the reason that it's a mechanic that I'm like okay with versus like I love it is because it's very half utilized. It could be better utilized. So right now, how it's set up is they combine some of the destructible boxes with like they have some enemies around them, which is good. I mean, if you have them on a platform of destructible boxes and you shoot out the flaming box and it destroys the enemy, then great. You really can proceed. But for the most part, they just use them as like barricades to slow you down.
Yeah.
Which I hate.
You don't even have to like destroy them if you don't want to.
Yeah, you don't have to. They're pretty much unnecessary for some parts, but it really just kind of... How can I say? It just seems like a tactic to stall for time.
Yeah.
And make it feel like a longer level.
Yeah. Like, they could have put enemies instead of boxes,
Yeah, or if you're going to focus on the boxes thing, I think a good final test for your conveyance, instead of just having a few enemies on top of the boxes, is to make platforms out of destructible boxes that can be destroyed by enemies as well as yourself. And then if they break them and you fall into the pit, you die.
That'd be good.
See, that's a good way to finish off a mechanic like that.
That's very standard, too.
Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't think that hard on that one. That's just... I've seen that in so many other places.
Uh-huh.
But, either way, right now that what they just do is, again, either hinder your progress by blocking a hallway with blocks, or putting some enemies on top of destructible blocks, but again, if you fall off them, nothing happens. So,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
But they do have a section that you have to destroy the boxes to, like, move on, and you have to destroy the right ones, or you have to, like, not get crushed by them, maybe?
Yeah, that's in the second part, right? After we talk about the spider mini-boss?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Forgot.
So it's a pretty, well, it's not forgettable, but it has two different phases that it switches between. It's floor mode and it's ceiling mode, because, spiders can only go on the ceilings or the floors, nowhere else.
Yeah, not, like, walls or objects.
Nope. They are stuck on a track. They go bottom or top. Don't ask them to do anything else. But
No.
the floor mode, they have like a face laser that can like lock onto you, I guess. So you got floor level face laser, and then ceiling mode, they just drop bombs, and then... Okay, what do you think I'm about to say?
There's a laser on the ceiling, too.
There is.
Yeah, go on.
But what do you think the next thing I'm about to say is?
What was the last thing you said?
It drops bombs, and... Come on.
It keeps on forgetting. What it
No,
wrote down.
what does every boss do?
It mooses into you. No.
Yeah, you are, yes, it rams it and tries to ram you.
Oh, I got the wrong word.
Come on, it mooses into you.
That would be part of our RAM compilation.
That'd be great. We should start saying it mooses into you. I feel like rams get all the attention, but what about moose?
Right?
What about meese? Mooses?
Moosin?
Moosin.
No.
It's a horde of moose.
I think it's just moose.
Okay, fair enough. So it drops bombs and it mooses at you.
Yeah.
Pretty standard boss fare. I do appreciate that it has two distinct modes, which seems like a step up from the previous mini boss.
Yeah.
Where that just had one. So, we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
More
Agreed.
variety.
It's more mini boss like.
But then we go to the second part, which is more what you were talking about. We have the destructible blocks on conveyor belts and small corridors.
Yeah.
So, you're right, though. Sometimes you can destroy the blocks, and sometimes you can't. But you need to figure that out quick, because there is a conveyor belt pushing you towards lava, and the corridors are just shallow enough that you can't jump over the blocks. You need to time it well.
Yeah.
So this is actually a good idea. I like it.
Yeah, it seems a lot more challenging than the first half.
Yeah, I think they upped. I actually 100% agree with you, because the other thing that I found interesting about this part is they introduced this ninja enemy, which blocks all attempts at trying to tag it, and it like vanishes around, and it's very hard to tag, effectively. So you really need to like strategically time out your shots in between dodges. And it actually is a good complement to the design earlier, where you're focusing more on difficult stage navigation, and now they complemented that with difficult enemy variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this second half of the stage. There's also the mechanic about powering the platforms.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where you have to dodge enemies and steam to progress, all while powering the platform.
Right.
Honestly, this whole second half is so much better than the first.
Yeah, it's like the first half was just a warm-up for the second half.
Also, it feels like the second half was better than the entirety of that media tower stage.
It's true. It's the best like part of a level so far, I think.
I would have to agree. There's so much variety, not just in the platforming, but in the enemy design and in the mechanics themselves.
Yeah.
So I give it kudos. Good job, second half.
Yeah.
And then
it really reminded me of Mega Man too, the second half.
Yeah, right. It actually started channeling its inner Mega Man there.
Yeah.
Hopefully that trend continues. Either way, we get to the boss, Viper. Who apparently is pissed at us because we stole their love, who was Jewel, which, as far as I remember, was like 10. So I think we need to.
Yeah, but aren't they like 12 or?
Yeah,
no, Jewel is 13 and we are 14, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do some hardcore verification on this man's age.
Yeah.
If he's 13, then okay, it's still a little weird. 10 to 13, I don't know.
Yeah, too weird.
But like, if it's dating somebody who's 10 and you're any age that's above the age of 10, it's weird.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Just dating when you're 10 is weird.
Yeah, don't date when you're 10. Like, this is a public service announcement to all the 10-year-olds who listen to our podcast. Don't date.
Yeah, play video games instead.
Yeah, play Gunvolt. And you can see such things as firebombs and leg sweeps. Or firebombs and epic leg drops.
Or fire bombs and horns.
Or fire bombs and becoming a bullet hell shooter.
Or fire bombs and moose.
He does moose a bit, doesn't he?
I mean, who doesn't moose?
I mean, I don't.
You moose?
No,
You moose.
No. I sea lion.
Oh, okay.
I seal the deal with some with some moose.
All right.
I think I need to take a nap. Just kidding. Man, I don't even remember the name of the the super-powered attack for Phase 3. Did you catch the name?
Oh, I was just watching it before. Hold on.
Here, I'll give you a minute to look it up. But yeah, that final attack there is very interesting. Again, very flashy. They're all very flashy. So he'll jump from
something.
What?
Excalibur or something.
Luxcalibur?
Something. Could be Luxcalibur or Duxcalibur. Probably Luxcalibur.
Is that okay?
Oh no! Wait, no, that's Gunvolt's move.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
What was his move?
Refulgence.
Refulgence?
I think so.
You heard it here first, folks. The name is Refulgence.
Refulgence or Kefulgence. You can't see the first letter.
That's the thing. I don't know why they cut it off with the dialogue, but whatever. Phosphoramadama and Kissfulja. We have great names.
That's right.
Oh, and we can't forget Lazy Laser. The only name that was normal so far.
Yeah.
So Viper will jump back and forth between the fire, and then suddenly become a bullet hell shooter that you have to dodge all of the lava balls. And yep, that's it.
Yeah. And then you win.
And then you win, and then you are a winner. Hooray for you! Good job there, champ. And then we've beaten this third boss.
Yeah, I like the boss explosion when you beat them.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. I like the effect.
Mm-hmm. They really do a good job of really showing off how badly you destroy them. Not even just like they don't just die. Like, the thing that they hold to transform also, like, crumbles into dust.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're not just dead, they're super dead.
They're, like, not even in this dimension anymore.
No, you, like, atomize them. God, Gunvolt's a brutalizer.
Yeah.
We don't have time to do internet backstory because I'm running late for something that I need to be going to. But I want to say thank you all so much for listening. Again, this is a bit rushed, so I'm sorry if it sounds that way. Or maybe I'm just being Canadian and I'm overthinking this too much. It's probably the latter.
Probably.
No, I mean, seriously, there's a ladder outside. It's weird. I'm on the 8th floor. Why are they putting a ladder out there?
Well, it's a tall ladder.
It's a very tall ladder. I should go see if that man needs help. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Don't forget to email us at itstheextreme@gmail.com. That's ITSTHEXTREM@gmail.com. Okay, bye!